All right, today we get right down to the heart of the matter, your resume, with the great Joni Daniels, our career advice expert. All right, top 10 tips about resume writing. And you know what? Are you surprised with a lot of people are now going back to writing a resume that haven't done it in so many years because of the economy?
You know, it's one of those things where at this time of the year, with the new year coming up and the economy being what it is, people are really saying, you know, maybe I'm not looking for a job, but I could be, or maybe when things get better, I should be. So it is surprising, but it's absolutely apt for the time of year.
And it ain't like riding a bike. People forget how to do it, don't they?
It's very hard, and it's very hard to do it for yourself because you want to promote yourself, you want to put your best foot forward, and many people are self-effacing. It's hard to really boast and brag, and then some people go to the other extreme and actually brag too much and say things they shouldn't.
Joni, we're going to go 1 to 10. Here we go. 10 top tips that you need to do. Right here. Number 1, too long or too short.
Right. If you've worked for 7 years or less, 1 page.
Oh, 7 years or less, 1 page.
1 page.
Wow.
No more than 2 pages. If you can't get it on 2 pages, then first of all, they won't read it.
Right.
Second of all, nobody has done that many things that they can't condense it and be very concise. So 2 pages max.
All right, I guess it brings it to number 2, disorganized and poor formatting, typos.
Well, poor formatting, you know, different fonts, different sizes, different, you know, underline and bolding and all different kinds of things can be very confusing to the eye. So it needs to be very, very similar. Everything needs to be the same font, the same size, maybe a couple of things bolded, just the headings, margins. If there is a typo on your resume, it's indicative of the kind of person you are, they'll toss it. No typos. Make sure you double check the spelling, have somebody else proofread it. Don't send anything out with mistakes.
Don't put in unrelated or irrelevant personal information. Like, what would you mean by that?
To be honest, nobody cares. It's not relevant to your job about your religious background, your race, whether you're married, what your hobbies are, how old you are, and that thing can also lead to discrimination. So you want to keep the resume very job-focused and very job skill-focused.
Number 4, poor descriptions of experience and education.
Right. A lot of people put down job descriptions, and the example I give to people is every president's job description is the same, but every president accomplishes different things. So think about not just your job title, but what did you accomplish? What did you do in that job? What kinds of things made you so unique and so special as an employee? That's what they really want to know.
All right, tip number 5, going back too far. You don't want to go back to the 1700s and telling everybody what you did.
Nobody cares about what you did in high school. And more importantly, there are a lot of folks who are older in the job market these days. Anything past 15 years, nobody cares about. The technology was very different. The buzzwords were very different. Some companies didn't even exist 15 years ago. So if it's past 15 years ago, condense it and summarize it.
Number 6, unclear career objective and also a generic resume.
Right. I can do anything. I can do everything. You read my resume, you don't even know what I did or what I want to do. It really needs to be focused to a specific job so that people can figure out what is it you want to do, what is it you bring, and how can I use you.
Number 7, repetition. Do not repeat.
No, do not repeat. Do not repeat. Do not repeat.
Okay.
You don't want to be a manager, a manager, and a manager, a manager, and if you don't have different words for the same job, get a thesaurus.
All right, a mistake number 8, no cover letter with a resume. Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, they're like gloves. They should go together.
Yeah.
A resume is the fact sheet. It's the data of what you've done. The cover letter is the selling, the things that are special about you to a specific person that really give you a chance to sell yourself. They should go together. Don't send out one without the other.
All right, number 9, mailing it to the wrong person.
Right. To whom it may concern. Today, you can find typos and misspellings for people's names, but you can go on the internet, you can go to a library, you can look at a newspaper, and you can find specific people to send your resume to. There's no excuse anymore.
All right, number 10, dishonesty. I guess that's the big one.
It is. You'd be surprised at how many people lie on their resume or stretch the truth. And so my litmus test for that is, if I went to your boss and said, did Jamie really do this? If your boss says, well, kinda, get it off there.
Okay.
Don't stretch the truth and don't lie. Not only is it bad form, but if they find out, it could be cause for automatic dismissal.
Joni, you're the best. Top 10. And we're going to put this online at abc2news.com. Top 10, 1 through 10, the mistakes you shouldn't do on your resume. Thank you so much,
You're
Joni.
very welcome.
All right, Megan, did you learn anything?
Absolutely. Joni always has great information.
She does, doesn't she?
She does. She's the best.